Distinguished from backnoe end. A backhoe, also called a rear actor or back actor, is a piece of excavating equipment or digger consisting of a digging bucket on the end of a two-part articulated arm. They are typically mounted on the back of a tractor or front loader. The section of the arm closest to the vehicle is known as the boom, and the section which carries the bucket is known as the dipper or dipper stick. The boom is generally attached to the vehicle through a pivot known as the king post, which allows the arm to slew left and right, usually through a total of around 200 degrees. Characteristics. The name backhoe refers to the action of the shovel, not its location on the vehicle. A backhoe digs by drawing earth backwards, rather than lifting it with a forward motion like a man shoveling, a steam shovel or a bulldozer. Confusingly, the buckets on some backhoes may be reconfigured facing forward, making them hoes. However, they are not as effective in that orientation, since the dimensions of the various components are optimized for backhoeing. Most backhoes are at their strongest curling the bucket, with the dipper arm next most powerful, and boom movements the least powerful. A backhoe loader is a tractor-like vehicle with a backhoe at one end, a front loader on the other and a swiveling seat to position the operator facing whichever he is using at the time. In North America, this arrangement is often referred to as simply a backhoe or, when on a chassis originally derived from farm tractors, a tractor loader backhoe. To differentiate, a backhoe on its own dedicated chassis may then be referred to as an excavator, although strictly, that word includes all types of machine designed to excavate. Backhoe loaders can be designed and manufactured from the start as such, or can be the result of a farm tractor equipped with a front-end loader and rear backhoe. Though similar-looking, the purpose-designed backhoe loaders are much stronger, with the farm variation unsuitable for heavy work. The farm variation also requires that the operator switch seats from sitting in front of the backhoe controls to the tractor seat in order to reposition the equipment while digging, and this often slows down the digging process. With the advent of hydraulic-powered attachments such as a tilt rotator, breaker, a grapple or an auger, the backhoe is frequently used in many applications other than excavation, and with the tilt rotator attachment, serves as an effective tool carrier. Many backhoes feature quick coupler mounting systems for simplified attachment mounting, dramatically increasing the machine's utilization on the job site. Backhoes are usually employed together with loaders and bulldozers. Excavators that use a backhoe are sometimes called trackhoes by people who do not realize the name is due to the action of the bucket, not its location on a backhoe loader. Backhoe loaders are general-purpose tools, and are being displaced to some extent by multiple specialist tools like the excavator and the specialty front-end loader, especially with the rise of the mini-excavator. On many job sites which would have previously seen a backhoe used, a skid steer and a mini-excavator will be used in conjunction to fill the backhoe's role. However, backhoes still are in general use. Sometimes a backhoe bucket is reversed to work in a power shovel configuration. This is generally when loading from a large stockpile, for picking up or filling material next to walls, to increase the reach of the machine, or working around obstacles such as pipes. Sometimes a backhoe arm is used as a crane, by slinging the lifted object from the support linkages behind the scoop. Thumb. The backhoe scoop may have a metal bar called a thumb hinged to the scoop, see images in excavator attachments. It grips against the scoop like a human thumb to pick up objects. Some types can lie back against the backhoe arm when not needed. Origins. Early development of hydraulic systems for what would become the backhoe loader proceeded in parallel in the USA and the UK. The invention of the first backhoe swing frame was developed in July 1947 by Backnoe End and Roy E. Handy, Jr., and assigned to Wainroy Corporation of Hubbardston, Massachusetts, United States. In July 1948, patent 2,698,697 was filed by Backnoe. The swing frame breakthrough allowed the hydraulic digging arm to swing to the side to dump the bucket. This patent also included the invention of the outrigger bar, and high-flow control. In April 1948, Wainroy Corporation sold the very first all-hydraulic backhoe, mounted to a Ford Model 8N tractor, to the Connecticut Light and Power Company. Wainroy made 24 units in 1948. Wainroy also made them for Sherman Products of Royal Oak, Michigan, and Ford. Approximately 7,000 Wainroy Backhoes were manufactured and sold between the fall of 1948 and early 1954, mainly through Ford dealers. In the same year, 1948, JCB launched the first European hydraulic loader, and followed that in 1953 with a Backhoe with a 180-degree slew, fitted to a tractor. Then in 1957, while Case produced the first Euro integrated Euro tractor loader Backhoe in the USA, JCB introduced the first dedicated Backhoe loader. In 1965, they would follow this with the world's first 360-degree excavator. The patent for the first reversible seat was developed at Wainroy by Carroll Arnold and Backnoe End and then filed by Backnoe under patent 2,784,768, and in June 1954, Backnoe filed patent 2,781,927 for individually controlled outriggers. John S. Pilch of Ware Machine Works, Ware, Massachusetts, developed the first 4-bar linkage to achieve greater bucket digging and dumping rotation. Pilch filed for patent 2,678,741 in September 1950. The 4-bar linkages were also used on the Wainroy Backhoes after 1954. The first hydraulic wheel loader was invented by Frank G. Huff in the mid-1940s under patents 2,782,946 and 2,726,778. The first tractor loader Backhoe was a Wainroy Backhoe mounted to a Frank G. Huff model Euro Euro in 1952 in Holden, Massachusetts, USA, for the Holden Water Department. The F.G. Huff Company was a subsidiary of the International Harvester Company. By early 1954, two Euro payloader Euro model wheel loaders, the HE and the HF, were available with Wainroy Backhoes. In 1954 Wainroy Corporation got a deal with IH for the Huff TLB full-scale production on several other models of Huff loaders. In 1960 Backnoe was introduced as a Euro Mr. Backhoe Euro to Henry Ford II. Wainroy continued to produce them for Ford until 1963 when Ford made their own and Wainroy could not compete with such a large company after that. Wainroy Corporation bought the A.C. Anderson Company and then the company suffered. In 1964 Elton B. Long of the J.I. Case Corporation filed a patent 3,249,244 for the first extendable boom. Patent 3,273,729 was filed in January 1965 by Backnoe J. Holopainen for the first hydraulic thumb. Although Wainroy Corporation no longer exists, the Wainroy product line of Backhoe attachments and couplers is still available through the Woods Equipment Company of Rockford, Illinois, USA. Because of the long-time predominance of the JCB mark in the United Kingdom and Ireland, it has become a genericized trademark there, and all Backhoe-equipped diggers are commonly called JCBs, while the term Backhoe as an excavator component is almost unknown to the general public in this context. The founder of the JCB company, Joseph Cyril Bamford, holds the honor of being the only non-American in the U.S. Construction Industries Hall of Fame. The American company HY Dynamic, a division of Busse Araceli, introduced the second purpose-built American-made Backhoe loader in 1959, the Backnoe Model A. It offered a 14,000 lb operating weight, 14-foot dig depth, and was powered by either a 65 HP Continental flathead Red Seal 6-cylinder gasoline engine, or starting in 1961, a Detroit Diesel 353 diesel engine. The gasoline engine was phased out in 1964, with only diesel-powered units produced from that point on. The company marketed the Backnoe as the only purpose-built Backhoe loader. Previously all American Backhoes were merely farm tractors fitted with front loader and rear Backhoe attachments. The Backnoe was built very robustly from the ground up with heavy excavation in mind. Production of the Backnoe continued into the early 1990s, culminating in the model Backnoe 200-4, with a 36,000 lb operating weight, 4-wheel drive, and a 20-foot dig depth. production ceased with demand wavering in favor of more modern and versatile excavator-type machines becoming more cost-effective and productive. Many of the original Backhoe Model A's are still in use to this day. The first, and much more popular Case Corporation introduced their Backhoes in 1957. The design of the Case Backhoes, from the straight-arm boom assembly, to the Extendaho design, which can extend the dipper from 4 to 8 feet longer, are all registered with the U.S. Patent Office, along with the chassis design. JCB also brought their range of backhoe loaders, tractors and other products, to the North American markets in 1960. Backhoe fade or JCB fade is a humorous term coined by the telecommunications industry, referring to the accidental severing of a cable by a backhoe or similar construction activity. The term comes from the sudden and initially inexplicable loss of signal experienced when a cable is accidentally dug up and damaged. Depending on the particular cable destroyed, service may be interrupted to just a few customers or, for a large fiber optic cable, millions of customers across an entire continent. Notable manufacturers: Case CE, Caterpillar Incorporated, Acurava, Deere & Company, Ford Motor Company, Hitachi Construction Machinery, Hidromc, Hydrema, JCB, Komatsu, Kubota, Liugong, Massey Ferguson, T-Rex, Volvo Construction Equipment, XCMG. See also, Backhoe loader, references. External links: How Stuff Works page on backhoe loaders, including animations and a simulator, how products are made, Backhoe, from enodes.com, NIOSH publication, Preventing Injuries When Working with Hydraulic Excavators and Backhoe Loaders, Case Backhoe History provided by Coleman Equipment, Incorporated.